Hi everybody, it's Debbie with Southern Comfort with Debbie DIY. Before we get started, if you like what we're doing here, please hit this button, and we call it sprinkling. And if you do, please write sprinkled in the comments so that you'll be put in our drawing on Friday. And you can win either something we're making today, the supplies to make something we're making, or, you know, just something from Dollar Tree. It just all depends. You'll be surprised. So, today we are working with this bunny form. Now, we're not going to use the tinsel on this. I went ahead and took it off. So what we're going to be using is just this form. This came from the Dollar Tree. I'm using a large wreath, wire wreath from Dollar Tree. One zip tie. These carrots I got at Hobby Lobby. They were $4.99. 70% off. They were $1.50. This ribbon, I got at Joann Fabrics back around Christmas, and they had it buy one get two free. So it was $16.99, but after you got two free, it came out to be about $5.40-something each. So that was a great deal. So we're going to be using that. Some scissors, your glue gun, and some jute. And I bought this at Hobby Lobby for about $17 with the 40% off coupon, which made it about, I think, $11, close to $11. And I've used this for so many projects. So it goes a long way. If you're new here, guys, make sure and say hey. Whoops. I just knocked hot stuff over. This is hot stuff, everybody. My little buddy. If you're new, make sure you say hi and where you're from in the comments.
Well, even if you're not new.
Oh, yeah, even if you're not new.
Yeah, say hello.
Yeah, say hello.
Okay.
Let me get some of this stuff out of our way here.
Yeah. Crafting with kitties.
So what we're going to do, this has all these little notches on it, right? So we're not going to use any glue on this, believe it or not. But we are going to tie just a knot. I'm tying it on the bottom row here. You could tie it wherever you want to, really.
Or not.
Yeah, I'm just showing you where I'm tying it, but you could tie it wherever you want. And I'm actually going to do a double knot just to make sure it stays in place here. And all we're going to do is start wrapping. But we're not going to go in any particular order. We're just going to kind of go randomly, like this. Hold on just a second. Let me get some of this loose here. Okay. And eventually what you want to do is just cover every part of this. My husband Neil's here. He runs the camera for me. Say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
He's my rock. He's a good husband.
Aw, shucks.
Where's everybody from today, and how's the weather where you're at?
Large weather we're having.
Yeah, it rained here quite a bit today, and we got some snow. And it was supposed to be really, really nice out this week, and it was. Over the weekend, it was gorgeous. But now we're back to normal Michigan weather for this time of year.
We had winter and spring together.
Yeah.
Today.
It's kind of a little bit of everything here today, or this week.
It's supposed to be warm tomorrow. Supposed to be near 60.
Neil and I both have the flu that we got from our grandkids, and we both have sinus infections from it. So now we're just on antibiotics, trying to kick it. And we're just too stubborn to stay down, so it will not win. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just any which way. You just eventually want to cover all of this form up. And you don't want it to go in any one direction at any given time. I hope I'm not going out of the frame too much. It's just kind of hard to do.
Looks pretty good.
Does it? Okay, good.
Oh, that.
Yeah, if you sprinkle the love, which means this, we're not allowed to say this, it's a no-no, but if you sprinkle the love, it helps me out tremendously. And it also puts you in a drawing to win something. And it's nothing great, you know, it's just either the project we're doing now, the materials to do a project. If I find something really cool at the Dollar Tree that you might not be able to get at your Dollar Tree, because all the Dollar Trees are different. There's stuff that you guys will have at your Dollar Tree that I can't find at mine. So it's nice if you can't find these, like these bunny heads, we buy a couple of them. So if we have them, then I might send you the bunny head and, you know, the wire wreath and maybe some ribbon and some carrots. You just never know. I love working with jute. I love the rustic nature of it. Now they do sell jute in white and in green. You can paint it any color you want to go with your decor. You could paint it gray. Just depends on, you know, how creative you get. And if you do this project, I would absolutely love to see pictures of it and see how you did with it. You can't load any pictures on this video, but you can if you go over to my Facebook page, which is Southern Comfort with Debbie DIY, and you can load your pictures there. I get great joy out of seeing what you guys have done with it and what colors you decide to use. And also, if you guys have a project that you want to do and you just aren't sure how to do it, let me know. And I will try to tackle it on here. And we can kind of figure it out together. I always love figuring out new projects. And trying to see if I can help you in some way. That's what we're here for. Just to give you ideas. And hopefully you run with it. And make it your own. Okay, so I pretty much have this covered. Let me go one more time right here. Okay, now I'm going to do the ears. Well, hi, Inky. We have a farm here, and we have horses, sheep, pigs, chickens, ducks, rabbits. I am a dog breeder, so we have 11 dogs. I breed St. Bernards and Border Collies. Purebred only though, not together. And we also do a lot of cat rescue and animal rescue. And right now, we rescued a mama kitty and 5 kittens. And my daughter took 2 of the kittens. And we got so attached to them that we kept the other ones. And so that's what you're going to see. A lot of times we call this crafting with kitties, because pretty much that's what I'm always doing. Is I have cats just walk around in my frame constantly. And see, you have a little slot here to put some rope through to hang it. I'm trying real hard not to cover that. because we're gonna use some jute on that a little bit later. You could use ribbon on it though. It actually came with some gray ribbon on it. I took it out because I want to use the jute to make it look a little more rustic, but you could absolutely leave the gray on there and hang it with the gray. I better tie that up because it's about to come off, I think. So earlier today, we had a very funny day. My daughter and I went to leave, and as we were leaving, we saw a newborn baby horse in our corral. Now, we didn't even know we were expecting. We didn't know she was pregnant. She didn't show any signs of being pregnant, but there it was. And we saw her right as it turned daylight out. So we called her Daybreak. That's what we named her. Sweetest little thing. And so you want to keep this kind of tight as you're going. So I asked my daughter when we got back to help me worm her and imprint her. And imprinting means like touching them all over their body so they get used to being touched by a human. And so I brought her out of the corral, the horse corral, to be away from Mommy, because we didn't want to get kind of abused by Mommy if she didn't like what we were doing. And so I brought her out. Yeah, I brought her out, which probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but you live and you learn, right? So she kind of went crazy all over the yard. And we have 20 acres. So we had her finally, like, pinned between we have two houses here. So between the other house and, like, this 3-foot fence we have. It's just a decorative little fence that I plant, flowers in front of. And I told my daughter, I said, she is going to jump that fence as soon as we get her in a position she doesn't want to be in. So I told my daughter to grab her around the neck if she jumps that fence and don't let go. So, of course, as soon as she realized we had her in a position she didn't want to be in, she jumped the fence. And my daughter grabbed her around the neck, and that baby was only like 7 hours old. Took off running, dragging my daughter across the yard, bouncing her off the ground, and my daughter was screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" And I was telling her, "Don't let go! Don't hurt the baby!" And she's like, "Help! Help!" And we laughed so hard. I mean,
her legs were just dragging behind.
Yeah, they were dragging behind her. She's being bounced off the ground.
Up and down.
Up and down. It was so funny. I wish we would have had a camera. Oh my God, do I wish we'd have had a camera.
That's classic.
But we didn't think it would be that comical. And it really was. It was so funny.
I don't even think if we had a camera we could have captured it the way we saw it.
No.
It happened so fast.
Yeah, so fast. And it was just hilarious. Oh my God. And my daughter was like, "Thanks, Mom, for helping me." I was like, "I didn't want you to hurt the baby." She's like, "Well, what about the baby hurting me?" I said, "Well, that was just too funny. Oh my God." And she was not happy with us that we didn't care more about her than the horse. But, I mean, it's a baby. So, of course, we didn't.
They're all legs.
Yeah, they're all legs. They're extremely strong for being a newborn baby. So this is what we have right here. Isn't that cute? And we still have our hole here exposed. Whoops. I forgot to plug in the hot stuff here. So let me plug him in. But yeah, that was our day. I'm going to cut this and just kind of wait for hot stuff here to heat up a little bit. And then we're going to move on to this part. So this part, we are just going to go round and round and round, you know, like this. I do not feel like taking this and putting it through, so I'm just going to cut off a bunch. And you are more than welcome to put your jute through and, you know, around and around. This is too heavy to be doing that with.
You can always continue on with another piece, right?
Yeah, you can continue on. So I'm going to tie another piece here. Another knot on the back side. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying really hard not to go out of the camera frame. I'm terrible for doing that because I use my knees a lot of times to craft. It's like having 2 extra hands. Okay, I just double knotted it here. And you won't see this, it'll be on the back. So here's what we're going to do. And you're going to want to keep this really, really tight. So we're just going to go, oops, let me go on this side, around. You see what I mean by you'd have to just take your whole thing and push it through every time. So I just cut some off. Doesn't matter. And you want to make sure you keep it tight. And you don't need any glue for this yet. You're just going to glue it at the very end to keep it in place. Now you're more than welcome to put a little piece of glue, a little dot of glue here and there if you want to. But if you keep it tight enough, you shouldn't need any glue on this. Oh, I had the chills so bad. And I have a long sleeve shirt on. I'm sporting my Minion pajamas today. I have my slippers on, then I have my sweater on. I also have an electric heater sitting right next to me. And now I'm sweating to death. Of course.
Go figure.
Isn't that the way it always goes?
Hey, here's the Sharpie.
Oh, is that what we were looking for?
Yeah, that's what we were looking for.
Oh gosh. I painted an egg earlier, a plastic egg, and I wanted to write love on it. And Neil had found me a black Sharpie, and he found it, but we couldn't figure out what he did with it. Oh goodness, I'm going to take this sweater off. Hold on guys, I got to take this sweater off. I took some Mucinex and some NyQuil to try to be, so I don't sound too stuffy on here, and I'm not coughing and hacking on you guys. But now I'm burning up. See, I'm just pushing it close together every time I go around. Round and round we go. Is anybody with us, honey? Or no? Okay.
I take that back.
A lot of you can just catch this on the replay. And this bunny that we're making is so stinking cute. Are you able to see me, guys? If you're able to see me, put some hearts and let me know that you're able to see me here. Okay. This is a little bit time consuming, but when you see it when it's all done, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. And you can hang this on your wall. You don't have to hang it. You can just have it sitting on a shelf. You can do all kinds of things with it. And of course, you don't have to use the black and white check plaid here. You're using some beautiful, beautiful ribbon right now. They've got a pink and white check ribbon and a blue one, a green one, pink ones, yellow ones. And they got all kinds of polka dotted ones. And I'm really into polka dots right now. And they go super cute with the check plaid. Okay, so now getting ready to glue this one here and start a new one.
Poppy's crashed out.
I know, I hear her snoring over there.
Yeah.
That's our St. Bernard snoring if you hear it. She's a crazy. Gonna hold that until it dries a little bit. And I am gonna go ahead and turn this one over now that my glue gun's hot. Just put a good wad of glue there to hold it in place. And we did all this with no glue, except this little dot right here. Stay there, you. And that's the head. And again, if you guys are just signing on, this is what we're using from the Dollar Tree. We took all the tinsel off. Comes off very easy. And this is what we have right now. So, and we have the flu. So I apologize for the coughing and the nasal sounding, but I'm too stubborn. It won't take me down. My husband will tell you how stubborn I am. Aren't I, honey?
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's not a good thing. So I'm going to go back here and just glue this right where I left off. And you're going to want to let this dry for a minute or two before you go yanking on it. We were just talking earlier about when my daughters were younger. We have ducks, and my daughter was probably, I think, 10. What was Heather, 9 or 10?
Yeah.
Maybe. And we have a lot of frogs here in the summer because we have a pond and all that, you know. And so my daughter loves all animals. And this frog was hopping over towards the duck pen. And so my daughter grabbed it up, and she went over, she took the frog over to the duck pen, and she was trying to teach it not to go near the duck pen or you'll get eaten. And so she had it held out like this, and she was telling it in front of the ducks, don't go near the duck pen or you'll get eaten. And the duck went right through the pen and grabbed it right out of her hand and ate it. Oh my gosh, we never laughed so hard. Some of the stories here.
She was so upset.
She was laughing and crying at the same time. And we were too. We were laughing so hard we were crying. It was so funny. Let's see, I got a little piece here I don't like sticking out, so I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. Oh, it was just so funny. And I remember one time, we were cleaning out one of the chicken coops. Uh-oh, hold on, I got a knot in this. And it had like a mouse nest in it. And my youngest daughter, Heather, loves all animals, big and small, doesn't matter. But my other daughter, she loves animals, but she don't like mice. And my youngest daughter took some of the baby mice and put them in my other daughter's shirt. Oh, the screaming.
Oh, man.
And the running around. I mean, these are just things you do on a farm that are just so funny. Oh my God, that was so funny.
We thought something happened to him.
Yeah, we thought she got attacked by something the way she was screaming. And it was just that my daughter had put some mice down her shirt, which I would have screamed too. You know, I love animals, and I'm not really afraid of mice, except when they surprise me. When mice surprise me, then I don't like them, and I will scream. But if I just see a mouse walk, you know, I'm not afraid of it. Not that I want to see them, but, you know. But I grew up I had hamsters and gerbils and, you know, all that stuff. So, to me, a mouse is just like a hamster. Unless it's in a feed bin and then you reach in to get some food and it jumps out and scares the bejesus out of you. And you're like, mm-mm. Remember to keep squeezing it tight, pushing them together. My dog is over there snoring so loud.
She's so cute.
Can you guys hear her snoring? Give me some thumbs up if you can hear her snoring. Oh my God, that's so funny. She's our Saint Bernard. And, well, we have 11 dogs. And we have 3 Saint Bernards, 7 Border Collies, and a Chihuahua. And Poppy is one of my Saint Bernard females.
She's the freckle face.
Yep, she's got freckles all over her face, and she's so cute. I have freckles, so I like the freckles. Some people don't, but I really like them. This does hurt your hand a little bit, as you're holding, like right here. Maybe it just hurts mine, I don't know. I do have rheumatoid arthritis, so maybe it's just my hand, I don't know. I just wanted to forewarn you, it does kind of hurt a little bit. But it's worth it. Totally worth it to me. So if you're just joining us, we are using, I don't like to repeat myself, but I see people are watching. We are using this sign here from the Dollar Tree. We took all the tinsel off and we wrapped it in jute like this. So now we have our bunny head, and now we are working on our bunny body.
It's true.
Yep, it's true. And as you wrap this, you just want to hold it really tight, and keep squeezing it, pushing it next to the row before to make sure it's nice and tight, because you don't want it to come apart on you. What is this? I don't know what that is. Looks like a piece of thread or something. Thank you. That's my husband Neil, everybody.
Yep. That's coming out really good.
He usually watches the comments for me. And if you sprinkle the love, which means this, we're not allowed to say this. If you sprinkle the love and write sprinkled in the comments, and if we get 100 viewers by Friday, we will do a drawing, and 3 names will be put in the drawing, and you will either win a craft that we're making, that we made throughout the past week, or the supplies to make your own craft, or if I see something at the Dollar Tree that a lot of people tell me they can't find at their Dollar Tree, I may send you that. It just all depends. We had, oh, oops, hang on. It went one too soon. We had 11 Saint Bernard puppies born yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Sorry. And they are so stinking adorable. I've been breeding for 30 years, and these Saint Bernard puppies, I still just cannot get enough of them. Especially when they get to be about 4 weeks old, and I get to spend a lot of time with them. I want to keep every one of them. And I'm so sad when they go to their new owners. I cry when they leave. Yes, I'm a big baby, and my husband's very good at consoling me. But they are like my own children, you know, so kind of sad to see them go, and I'm happy to see them go at the same time because they are a lot of work. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Okay, coming to the end of this one. Uh-oh, see? Got away from me a little bit there, so I'm going to push these aside. Oh, here comes Neil with a St. Bernard baby. Look at this little thing. Oh, and she's got her tongue out like Mama.
Yeah.
Poppy, my mama, she walks around with her tongue sticking out. And you see, this one's got his tongue sticking. Is this a female or a male?
Let me take a look.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's a male.
Oh, a little male.
Yep.
He's got his little tongue sticking out like Mommy does.
She would prefer I didn't do this.
Yeah, I know. This is Daddy's big nose right here. I don't know if you can see him or not. Okay, so now I'm going to cut some more.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. And right now we have 3 litters of Border Collie puppies. We had a litter of 4 and 2 litters of 7. So we have got a whole house full of puppies right now. And most of the time you will either see kittens run through the screen, through the shot here. And we call it crafting with kitties because we have 7 cats and 4 newborn kittens. It is spring around here and kittens are everywhere. And then we also have lovebirds and finch. I'm just going to glue this on the back here, guys, and hold it down, let it dry before we start yanking on it. So we have lovebirds and finch.
The birds have been quiet today.
Yeah, they've been really quiet today, but I think they know spring is coming because they have been chirping and talking away for the past week or so. And we had 5 new lovebirds born, and they're almost adults now though. They were born about 4 weeks ago. So it's lots of newborn babies everywhere around here. I was telling you guys earlier that we had a newborn horse born this morning. And we live on a farm. And we have sheep, horses, pigs, ducks, chickens, rabbits, cats, dogs, birds, you name it, we have it. But yeah, my daughter and I went to leave this morning right at dusk. And, I mean at dawn. And, there was a newborn horse. And we didn't even know she was pregnant. She didn't show any signs of being pregnant. So we named the baby Daybreak. And oh, she is so, so sweet. Now in the spring, I will be outside at the picnic table doing crafting. And I will gladly take you guys around and show you the farm animals. And you will definitely hear them outside. You'll hear the roosters cock-a-doodle-doing and the ducks quacking and the geese squawk. Oh, we have geese too. Squawking and pigs oinking and cows mooing and sheep baaing, and it's a fun time around here. I cannot wait for spring. I'm a huge gardener, and I have got cabin fever so bad. The crafts help me get through the winter because I live out in the middle of nowhere. We live out in the middle of nowhere in the woods, and we have 20 acres of oaks and pine trees, and our neighbors are 20 acres away. And we only have 4 people in this area that we're in. So not a lot of neighbors. Just enough to be comfortable. Enough that if you need to borrow some eggs, they're there. But other than that, we really don't like having neighbors. We enjoy the solitude and the quietness of being out in the woods and on a farm.
We have to drive 25 miles to get to town.
Yeah, we have to drive 25 miles, and town here is a church, a gas station, and an antique store. And that's it. the nearest Walmart or shopping, do our shopping at Walmart is, gosh, an hour away. Easy, an hour away. So, but we like it that way. I mean, we go shopping every, maybe once every 2 weeks, and other than that, we're here, and we don't really go anywhere. We just make sure we buy everything we need to last us for 2 weeks. And our little gas station here, I mean, honestly, there's not even a stop sign here. There's no lights, like traffic lights. And if you blink, you will miss it. It's a very, very small town. Actually, the post office here, you can go there 10 times a day. And each time there'll be a note on the door saying, I went to get my daughter out of school, or I went home to switch my laundry. So you really got to call ahead when you go to the post office, because that's just how it is here. It's kind of like Mayberry here. I know y'all know what Mayberry is, right? I'm Andy Griffith.
Mayberry RFD.
Yep. That was one of my favorite shows. That and Little House on the Prairie. Growing up, I loved. And I grew up in the city. I moved here. We had the Amish build us this house, just the frame, and we finished it. We did all the drywall, the electrical, the plumbing, insulation, tile. We did it all, and had a lot of fun doing it. I just want to turn it over and make sure I'm not coming apart anywhere, and I am not.
Not too bunchy?
Nope. And my husband is well, he kind of has a job like Chandler from Friends. I don't really know what he does, but he does stuff with computers, and he works from home, and
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
he's not allowed to talk about it. He's got very high clearance, security clearance, so he's not really allowed to talk about anything, but so that's kind of why I don't really know what he does. I just know that he deals with computers and stuff like that. Which is fine by me, because I know nothing about computers and don't really want to.
Yes, I can fix your printer. Well, I'd rather not.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know why I understand that stuff.
I know it comes so natural to him, but like me, I love to cook. And I cook elegant meals, I guess you'd say. My kids always said, you cook too fancy, Mom.
It's not too fancy.
But their friends always wanted to come eat here because all they got was macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. So.
It is quality restaurant food.
So I enjoy cooking, and
I enjoy eating.
he enjoys eating, yes. So we're kind of a match made in heaven here. Okay, we're going to start over again. And I'm just going to glue it here, right where I left off. And hold it in place till it dries. Yes, I have the flu. We have the flu, guys, and a sinus infection. My grandkids came over, and over the weekend, we try to get them on the weekends as much as possible. And they were
slimed
sick.
us.
Huh?
They slimed us.
Yeah, they slimed us. And I knew they were sick, but I didn't care. I just wanted to have them for the weekend, so it's my fault. And I'm not complaining, but dang, I don't like being sick.
I always get sick on the first great day of spring. And
Yes.
So I'm hoping this will not let that happen. Because I always miss out on the first great day that we have.
Yep, he's always in bed.
Yep.
Sick, sick, sick.
Now that I work from home,
And not in an office
and
environment.
not touching other people's keyboards, and mice, I can hopefully avoid it. So if the spring's coming and the kids want to come over, we gotta wait.
Yeah.
I really don't want to miss that day because we want to garden and, you know, do stuff in the yard and
Yep, we raise all our own food here, and we grow our own food.
get the lawnmowers fired up.
How are you all doing today? I feel like I've just been rambling and rambling and rambling.
No talkers today yet.
Huh?
No talkers today yet.
No talkers?
No talkers.
Oh, well. I'll just keep rambling then.
They must be intently watching this project.
I know I'm pretty involved in it.
Yeah, that's quite a undertaking there.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
And I'm just pulling tight and pushing it together as I go. And the reason I keep cutting it is because I really don't want to be pushing this thing around and around. So I'm just cutting pieces and gluing them when I run out and start a new one.
Okay.
But by all means, you don't have to do that. You can...
Look who's trying to get their bark on.
I hear that puppy.
Yep.
They are trying to bark. And they're only two days old.
I think that's
Border Collie pups?
yeah. That is Sage's puppy doing that.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, they're about a week and a half old.
Yep. So yeah, they're trying to be vocal. It's when they get their full bark for the first time. It's great.
Yeah.
That is something to see.
It's so funny when they get their first bark because they bark. It takes everything they have to get a bark out. That their feet go up in the back, and they actually do a handstand. Uh-oh, what did I do here? And their whole body comes up. The whole back of their body comes up, and see how it's coming apart here a little bit. So I'm just gonna push it over. Make sure I stay with it here.
I like how they look around like, who did that?
Yeah, and they surprise themselves. And they're like, who did that? They don't realize they did the bark. It's hilarious to watch.
But then when they learn it, and they kiss their siblings,
Yep.
that is something.
It's really, really
It
cute.
is cute. And then puppy playtime happens. Ah. I do love puppy playtime.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to get in a pen of puppies and play with puppies? I mean, it's a given.
What are you growing at?
Something's got Poppy's attention.
Yep, she's growing at something.
Are
We
you?
have a lot of coyotes, bears, wolves, cougars, fox here, and when these dogs can smell something from a mile away, and they sure will let us know if something's out there. Which I'm very thankful for, because when we go out at night, it's pitch black here. There's no street lights or anything. And it is just dark as can be. Hey, honey.
Yeah.
I got myself in a conundrum over here.
You do?
Yeah, and my hand is full. Can you unknot me here, please?
Oh dear.
I know.
Let's see what happened here. I see that loops going on.
Yeah.
And then so this one is through here. There we go. And then we pull that, and that should loosen you right up.
Thank you.
There you go.
Me and knots, I swear. I don't have the patience for it. Especially when jewelry gets a knot. Oh my gosh. I'd rather throw it away than try to get a knot out of a necklace.
I can do it.
I know, that's what Neil's good for. Because I don't have the patience for it.
I do have that.
He will sit all day and work on one. And I'm like, throw it away. I'll go buy me something new.
But I did give up on Christmas lights. I've thrown in that towel.
He used to do Christmas lights like crazy, but now if they're all knotted up, what we do now is we just put them in a Walmart bag at the end of the season. Individual strands go in their own bag, and that way, if they get knotted up, we're only throwing away one strand and not all of it.
And if the strand doesn't work, I give it 5 minutes. If I can't fix it in 5 minutes, it's trash. I just don't have that patience anymore.
And he used to,
I used to sit for hours. I used to not give up until I passed out, I guess.
And at Christmas here, I have a 10-foot tree, because our ceilings are vaulted. And we decorate the whole outside, the entire 10 acres. So we have a lot of lights.
You love them.
Yes, we love lights, but we don't have the patience anymore. We're getting a little older. It's like, do things smart, not hard.
Maybe we'll build some in somehow. They just stay there and we just turn them on and off.
Hey.
We're getting really close.
Yep, we're getting close here, guys. So.
Nova's got an itch.
Oh no, he has a hot spot that we've been treating.
Yep. His hot spot's bugging him again.
You spray that hot spot
Yeah,
on
I
him
got it right here.
all the time.
Yep.
I'm just gonna hold this till it dries.
Nova. Well, maybe he's okay now. I don't know. I still want to give him.
Okay. One more piece here, and I don't want to go too long.
He likes it. There you go, bud.
Okay, so let's try this.
Now he's a wiggle bug
Should
now.
be enough.
There you go. All set.
Yeah, he's happy, huh?
Yep, he's happy.
Where did my end go here? There it is.
Watch that tail, bud.
Again, you're just gonna hold it in place till this dries. Because if you yank on it, and I'm pulling on this pretty tight when I go around, it will come apart on you. So you just want to let this dry a little bit.
He wore himself out. That's funny.
Who knows?
Yeah, he's so cute.
I know. We call the St. Bernards our wiggle butts.
Big teddy bears.
Yeah, big love butts. Couldn't ask for a better breed. And the border collies are so stinking smart. Oh my gosh. I always tell people with border collies, you do not have to teach them what not to do. I mean, what to do. You have to teach them what not to do, because they already know exactly what they're supposed to do. And I had a customer call me once, and she took her 6-week-old puppy home, and she said, "You won't believe this." I said, "What?" She said, "This puppy watched my cat use a litter box, and now goes in the litter box. Saw it one time." I said, "Yeah, that's all it takes, one time for a border collie. They learn it that quick." So if there's stuff you don't want them to learn, don't let them see it, because they do learn it quick.
And I was really surprised that the border collies, they instinctively guard us if we got our backs turned.
Yeah.
When we're doing work.
Yeah, when we're working outside.
Yeah, if we got our backs turned, we're working on something, and they just turn the whole other direction and watch. And I was really surprised that Olive did the same thing the other day, last week, before she had her babies.
Really?
Yep.
Olive is our other St. Bernard.
Yeah, she did the exact same thing. When I was working on the wood splitter and by the furnace there and getting that done, she just sat there and just looked out into the forest and didn't move. for an hour and a half.
Good girl.
Yeah, she was so great. They just know, you know.
These St. Bernards are such big love bugs, but I tell you what, they can be mean when need be. They are really good. One night, Neil came in, and the dogs didn't hear him come in at night, and we were upstairs, and he hit the top of the stairs, and these dogs almost attacked him, and he had to call them each by name to get them to settle down before they got to him, because they turned into Cujo. They were ready to just take him out. And he was like, hey, hey, hey.
Yeah. I would not want to be on the bad end of one of these dogs.
Yeah.
Especially with their weight, you know.
Yeah, because our male weighs about 220 pounds. And our females are right up there at about 175, 180
right around
pounds.
there, yep.
I did it again.
Olive is for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a big girl.
Yeah. Excellent, mommy. Oh my God.
They're all really good mommies.
And she just, she's cute.
We're coming around the mountain here, guys.
Yep, home stretch for that
Home
one.
stretch. Here we go. I'm just pushing it together. See, I got some spots over here that got a little loose on me. A little loosey-goosey. Oh, I'm so close. Look at this.
Yep. Oh, you missed it by that much.
I missed it by like 2 turns here. Okay, let me get another little piece cut. Oh, I was so close, you guys. Look at that.
Oh,
Look at how close. Okay, let me get another one going here. Again, I'm just going to hold it in place here. Let this dry really good when you start a new line here, because if you pull on it and it's not dry, it'll just unravel on you. So you don't want to do that. Just let it dry really, really good. I love that you don't have to use very much glue on this. Because then you don't have the glue coming out between you don't have the spider webs from your glue. And there we go. I'm going to come around the back and just glue it off, right? Just like that. And let that dry. And then we are done with this part. And again, you don't have to do this in this color of jute. They do sell like green jute, dark green. They sell white. You can paint your jute black or gray or whatever colors, orange, you know, any colors you want to. Get really creative with it. And I would really love to see what you do with this project. And you can't load any pictures on this video, but you can if you go over to my Facebook page, which is Southern Comfort with Debbie DIY, and you can load your pictures there. What happened here? What happened here? I think this just came undone a little bit. So there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our zip tie. If you don't know what a zip tie is, this is you stick it, this end in here, and you pull it, and it goes zip, and it holds things together really well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to find an open spot here. Just like this. Gotta lay it down a little bit. And I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna go in from the back so that I hide, well, it's gonna be hidden anyways because of the ribbon. But, what am I doing here? I'm just going through the top of this one and the bottom of this frame, right? And then you stick it in the hole just like this, and you just pull it real tight. As tight as you can get it. Just like that. And then cut that out. So then, I gotta leave this laying down for a minute here. This is the ribbon I'm using, but by all means you can use whatever ribbon you like. I would just suggest get the ribbon that has the wire on it, because that way you can twist it. You can really manipulate it to make a really nice ribbon, a bow. So all I'm going to do is make one bow, just like this, and I'm just going to kind of twist it. And I have this as a tail, so now I'm going to do another one, the exact same size or as close as I can get, just like this. And I'm going to twist it, come back around, and I'm going to do another one, just like this, same size, and I'm just going to twist it, just like so. And you can play with this as you go along, or when you're done here. I'm going to do another one, just like this, and I'm going to twist it, just like so. I'm going to twist it around, and it's just basically to hold it in place here a little bit. So now we have 4, just like this. Oh, honey, can you grab me a piece of raffia, please? I'm just going to cut that off. I forgot to grab some raffia here that I really wanted. Because I kind of want to tie it off with a little bit of raffia. You can use whatever ribbon you like. Dollar Tree really has some really pretty ribbons right now. I got this at Joann Fabrics. But they have some wire ribbon, really pretty at Dollar Tree. I bought quite a few of them, and I love them. But for this bunny, I really wanted to do, you know, more of a, kind of a rustic look, instead of a, I'm just going to do a couple pieces of raffia here to tie around my bow here. And I'm just going right through the middle, and you're going to pull it real tight, as tight as you can get it with your fingers, and then flip it over. And that way you can work on it without it falling apart on you.
Cats love raffia.
Oh, I know. I can't even have raffia out here in advance because these cats, they just will not leave it alone. Not even a little bit. They eat it, they play with it, they destroy it. And I always throw them like their own pipe cleaner, their own yarn, their own raffia, but they want whatever Mama's using. They don't want...
Oh yeah, they're cats.
I know. Okay, I'm pulling it as tight as I can. And now I'm just going to... I think I'm going to twist this again. Oh, maybe not. Let's see here. It won't really matter because you're going to have some carrots here in the front. Just going to pull these in the front here, because I do want a little bit of raffia. I'm going to trim them up a little bit. And I'm going to glue our bow. I want it to go on an angle like this here. So, hold on, I didn't twist this one right. How did I not do that right? Hold on a second, guys. Where's a long enough piece? I'm going to go through this the other way, too, because I somehow didn't tie that right. One of our cats is a Asian silver marble, and boy, he is a stinker. He really is. They are really more aggressive cats, which we didn't know when we rescued him. But boy, is he a stinker, for sure. All right, let me get my... I'm going to put it like right here. A good amount of glue there. Stuff here out of the way so we can see what we're doing here. Just gonna let that dry for a second. Now you can, by all means, add some flowers to this. There's so many things you can do with this. That's the great thing about it, is you can really make it your own, which is what I love about it. And please do, because I really, really want to be able to see what you decided to do with it. I'm sorry,
I'm not sure, but I think Annalise Brown is watching.
Hi, Annalise. Okay, now we're going to use our carrots to put like one here, one there. So... how are you today, Annalise? We are making a bunny here that hangs on your wall, or it can sit on a shelf, leaned up against your wall. There's so many things you could do with this. It's really, really cute. Let me just hold this down a little bit longer. And if you want, you could put it right in the middle. I mean, really, what doesn't matter. It's all up to you on where you want to do it. And I'm just going to cut the ducktail here. Oh, here we are. Just like so. Oh, my carrots are still trying to dry on me here. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Got me. Hot stuff, you're a mean machine. And here's what we have, guys. Oops, here's what we have. Can you see it?
Yep.
I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not.
That looks good.
And if you wanted to put a hanger on it, you can put your hanger right here in this little hoop. Actually, I'm going to put my hanger in it. I am going to use some of my jute here.
Aha.
Only because I just want it to blend. I don't want to see like ribbon, but you could totally, it came with ribbon on it, which was actually a gray ribbon. And at least we started off with this from the Dollar Tree. And we took all this tinsel off. And we made this. Let me just, I'm going to have to glue this or tape it. Where's my tape? Hang on, I might be able to, oh yeah, tape. There it is. Nothing like a little dog hair to go with it. Just wrapping this tight in tape so I can get it to go through our little hole here. You can also glue it. Lots of things you can do here. I'm just using a little tape to get my, get a little bit smaller even. There we go. I'm just going to tie a knot, double knot here. If you don't want to do a double knot, you could just glue them together. Actually, I might just glue them together. I think that would look better. Let me... My scissors are not very... I think it just fell down in there. My scissors are not very sharp. I heard if you sharpen them with tinfoil that they get very, very sharp very quickly. So I'm going to have to try that. And there we go. We're all done, guys. If you like what we're doing here, make sure and sprinkle the love, which means this. And I'm glad you joined me. I know your time is very important. So is mine. And I hope to see you here tomorrow. We're going to be making another bunny. It'll be a white one this time. And super, super cute. So I'll see you here tomorrow night at 8. Bye, guys. Have a great night.